Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Year 8. Okay, awesome. And hello, everyone. Just want to give a quick reminder that if your homeroom hasn't received a keypad and a clue and a big A3 piece of paper for the challenge, please head to the Chaplaincy Hub. It's on the coffee table because you will be needing it very soon. But other than that, we are excited. Let's get into chapel.
Good morning and welcome to chapel.
Welcome everyone. Thank you all for being here. We've got some special guests that have entered into the building with us. So we've got Year 8s with us and then everyone else online. So thank you Year 8s for being here.
Come on, Year 8s, make some noise. Show them you're here. Okay, so this term we have a theme for chapels.
So our themes are heroes. Ooh, that's where we go, ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, you can really do better. Anyway, so our theme are heroes, and Brayden, who's your hero?
Okay, so basically for me, my heroes are basically my parents, and I understand that that's like the cliche answer, but like they're literally like in our lives, and they're not controlling, that was such a bad word to use. They're like guiding us, and like they've got their own lives to deal with, and they're like literally role models to us, and I think that they're like the greatest heroes that we have to look at. That's for me anyway.
No, I totally agree. Literally your parents love you that much that they paid a lot of money for you to be here, so
True.
They're pretty cool.
What about you, Alea? Who's your hero?
I found out about this lady, Catherine Switzer, the other day, and she was the first woman to run in the Boston Marathon. But she didn't run officially. So she got a bib and like the official bib, and she was at the start of the race line. This is 1967, so women were just not allowed to participate in the Boston Marathon. Yeah. And she's ready to go, she's ready to start the race, and an official spots her and comes over and tries to tackle her and get the bib off her. And then her boyfriend comes in and just like takes him out, and she ends up being able to run the marathon. Mm-hmm. And then a couple years later, they allowed women to run in the race. So I thought that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. That would have been pretty scary, having someone running at you to try and stop you from competing in something. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool how now women can compete in any sport, and she's a pretty cool hero. So next up we have a video, and so just watch on.
How you doing? What's going on? Good. My name is Mayor. I'm out with some friends. We're spreading out some positive vibes today. Like one's actually a barber, one's a dentist, and we have something set up. And I'm out here with some friends. One's a dentist, one's a barber, and we have a little shop set up right here in Union Square. Wanted to know perhaps if you feel like you want to do a little makeover, bring some good luck, start something fresh. Okay. Yeah, down for that? It's right over here. So we got a little dental work, and then we got a little barber shop first.
This is nothing to be scared of.
Daniel Dow's a professional dentist. He's got this.
So cool. There's like a whole dentist thing out in the middle of the park.
Let's sit you down. Let's get you a little smile makeover. And then we'll move on to the bridge to barber afterwards. How's that sound?
Yeah.
All right, great.
Everybody.
Good job.
Yeah.
Was it painful?
No.
It was painless, right?
Yeah.
How amazing was that? It was like a massage for your
My
gums.
mouth feels really clean right now.
Move on to the barber chair.
You ready for the barber show?
You're back in, man. New chapter, new luck. This is the beginning of great things.
Look at Spot too with that.
You got the dental down? Yeah. You got the barber. Now we're get you in the wardrobe.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Any of these, bro? Which one would you like? Which one? This one or this one?
This one.
This one? All right. It's all yours, man. I like your style. Good vibes only. All about those vibes. That's like, wow, that's a lot of stuff. Hey, there he is. Looking good, man. Looking fly. All right, how you feel? Nice. I'm gonna knock you down, okay?
Go back.
Yo. Dude, looking good, bro. All right, so listen, here's the game plan. I feel like, we had a big makeover today.
Yep.
Yeah, you got a whole new wardrobe.
Yep.
A lot of shopping. I'm getting a little hungry. You want to get something to eat?
Yes.
Yeah?
Good, I'm hungry.
Let's get a bite? Okay, let's get a bite.
go.
All right, let's do it. Sit upstairs. You excited for
The food.
Yeah, man, me too. Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
Oh my
Thank you,
God.
yes.
That was good.
Yo, let's dig in. It's amazing. Oh, thank you. All right. Thank you. There's even more. Incredible, thank you. If you don't mind me asking, what's your story?
I pretty much just everything crashed down for me, economically and financially. So everything just went.
What happened? What caused that?
Family.
How long have you been on the street for? How long have you been homeless for?
2011.
2011. Wow. That's a long time.
It's irritating and stressful.
Wow. Any ideas what you have planned for the future? You have a job now?
Not right now. That's what I'm waiting for.
What a day.
Thank you.
My pleasure, man. Thank you. It's not over yet. One last thing, all right? We got the haircut, the makeover, the wardrobe. There's one more thing. And for that, I'm gonna leave it to Seth, the general manager of Bison and Bourbon, and Cindy, the executive chef.
How are you? Just wanted to stop by, see how you enjoyed everything tonight. Also, we just wanted to let you know that we actually have a position here at the restaurant for you, if you want to take it, to join our family here at Bison and Bourbon.
Thanks, brother. Pleasure meeting you, man. Really. This is the first step, man. First step to bring things.
Brother.
Great, man.
Alrighty. Who can you build up, I guess?
Yeah, that.
Did you like that? You
Yeah, I
haven't seen
really
that.
did. No, I hadn't seen it yet, and I wanted to watch it live, and it was just really incredible. I loved how they went all the way up into giving him a job. Like, it wasn't just the makeover.
Just the haircut.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
more
right.
than that.
I think that's pretty cool. Did you guys enjoy it?
What do you guys think? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
okay, cool. Yeah, loving the
Mate.
vibes.
Nah,
Really awesome.
I actually did like the vibes a little bit.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not even being sarcastic.
Cool,
It's
cool.
we're all just processing it because it's a pretty
It's-
intense story.
Yeah, because I don't know about you guys, but often I don't watch other people eat food and feel like crying out of for sheer joy. But
Yeah.
when he got to eat that pizza after he'd already eaten all the what do you call
Entrees.
garlic bread, entrees, and
Garlic
all
bread?
that other stuff, I was like,
Yeah.
that is just the most beautiful main meal I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
it is. It is. I was
What a
actually a
moment.
little like, ugh. I was like, get it together.
And he got a job. But
Yeah.
we also know that's not the whole story, and we don't know what he's doing now.
Yeah, actually,
so-
but that's cool. So our theme
Good
for this
glimpse.
whole term is all about heroes, and we want to pose the question, who are you building up? And we have an opportunity to do that wherever we go, wherever we are, what we're doing, and I think it's really important that we ask ourselves this question. I don't know where you're going.
No, I wasn't on screen at all. So I just
Okay.
fixed it up for
Great.
the live streamers. Sorry, everyone on the live stream.
So yeah, we just want to pose that question and share that with you and make that our message for this last term of this year.
Yes, so I want to share the key text with everybody at home and here. Romans 15, verse 1 to 2, and Priscilla chose this one, and I think it's really beautiful for when we're talking about heroes. It says, "We who are strong have an obligation to bear with the failings of the weak and not to please ourselves. Let each of us please his neighbour for his good, to build him up." And I guess when we ask that key question for the term, and we want you to think about that and dwell on it over the next few weeks, it's kind of it's kind of what I was going to point to. And it's about like those places in your life where you have a bit of strength or power. They're the opportunities where you get to have grace and compassion on someone who's struggling in those areas. And so it's kind of a big picture look at what makes a complete and fulfilled life, but it's also, you can take away little bits of it as well and work on little bits. So who are you going to build up?
So I wanted to share with you someone who, if you watch the morning show on Tuesday, I've already spoken about her, but she is one of my heroes, and I have a photo of her. This is my 94-year-old grandmother, and she's pretty amazing. She's about this tall, and she's still one of the scariest women I know. She's just shrunk over the years, but she turned 94 on the weekend, and we had a little bit of a get-together. We have a big family. My
I've
grandmother
heard about
had 8 kids, and they all continued to multiply. So there's about 120 of us in what I call my immediate family at the moment.
Okay, pause.
So because of COVID,
Can you pause?
Okay,
Everybody,
yeah, I can
just
pause.
think like 120 Priscillas. That is crazy.
Then-
All right, continue.
Wow, okay, thank you for that.
Lot of
They're
energy.
not all like me. That's probably a good thing. But we are we're a South American Loud family. And so we had a small gathering on the weekend to celebrate her, and we were able to share a few stories and things that kind of made her feel loved in that moment. And the only thing I can think of that can describe her, and it's not even an incredible word, but it's just that she's our anchor, and in our family she's really been that for us. And one of the things that makes her great is that she has always been attached and brought God into everything that we do. So from a young baby girl raised in her home till now, she's always worried about how our relationship with God is going, and nothing ever changes that about her. And I think that's so incredible that in all her years, her 9, nearly 10 decades, please, I just want her to stay alive forever, she's been the same person, always about God, always loving us, and yeah, that's why
Mate,
she's my
that's
hero.
awesome. So yeah, before we do the challenge,
Yep.
keep thinking, who are you going to build up?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So we have an awesome activity
Let's do
that
it.
you guys in your homerooms are going to definitely be playing, and also here live.
Yes.
We will be playing together. So each homeroom teacher should have received a clue, a keypad,
Mm-hmm.
and a big A3 paper that you will be sticking all your puzzle pieces on at a certain time.
Is this all true? This has all happened? Everyone's ready?
Yeah.
Let's do
Let's
it.
just
I'm
go
ready.
for it.
Do we have a glue stick here for these guys? Yeah, awesome. We'll figure that out while you break the clues. So
Okay.
what do we do to start it? Just say
Okay,
go?
cool. So this is how the game works. You're going to have a clue, and the clue just has a series of numbers. So the keypad is to decipher what those numbers are, and it will lead you to a location.
Location.
Now, there are 6 locations around the school, and we have our guys that will be there with the next clue and a piece of the puzzle for you to get it.
Yes. And you're going to stick that puzzle on your A3 sheet, and the first person to get up here, we're going to congratulate you.
Yeah, so we
'Cause
are
you won.
spread all over the church, and I know that there may be people like, oh, they've got an advantage or whatever, but look, it's all good. The first person here, we have some awards to give out, and we're doing the prizes a little bit differently this term. Do we want to talk about that later?
Let's talk about
Yeah.
it later, yeah.
Well then, yes. All right, we'll talk about that later, but for now, we're going to have a countdown clock that's going to go for 10 minutes. You're right. Are you guys excited? Come on,
Someone
guys.
said
Are you
no.
guys excited?
Let's go.
Oh, it got even worse. All right, we are just going with that excitement and we
Go.
are running with it.
Crack
All
the
right,
code,
let's
get it
get the
done.
countdown timer. Go for it.
All right, I'm just cutting in for a second to make one extra thing really clear. So as soon as you've got that first clue, you take it back to your class, solve it, and then go out again. You don't just do the one clue and then just keep going around. Got it? Yes. 3,
Hello.
2,
1. Time is
And
up.
Grab a seat, everyone.
Everyone
Well
can take
done.
a seat. Give yourselves a round of applause,
Year eight.
everyone.
Give
Wow, year 8. Round of applause. Thank you, guys. Give everyone a round of applause. It was really awesome to see
Oops,
people
sorry.
sprinting around the oval and getting right into it. So we do have winners.
Can we get 10-0 straight up here? Because they got the win. And what's fantastic about
Shout
it...
out to Tenno, everyone.
Yeah, get up here. Turn around. There you are. You're on the screen. Well done. Hold this up. So what is this that you've created? A masterpiece?
Yeah, a masterpiece.
Fantastic. That's the poster for this term. It's got everything on it. And you guys start out with a... Is this an infinity stone?
Yes, it is an infinity stone.
You get 100 points, and we're going to have the leaderboard running until week 7.
Yes, and then we're
We'll
going to have a
give
pizza
prizes.
party for the winning homeroom with the most points, okay? So 10-0
Right,
is
10-0's
most
on.
certainly in the lead.
You
with
don't.
100
Do they
points.
get to keep this?
Yeah, they have
laminate?
to keep it. They
You
take
got to keep it.
Keep it in your
All right.
class.
Next up, we have 11M, I believe.
Round of applause for 11M, guys.
Well done,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
You get 50 points, and you get to keep that laminated sheet.
Awesome.
Yeah, cool.
Good on you guys.
Wow, someone take a photo of that. Look at those 3 guys out there. That's good. Now get off. All right, 9M. Where's 9M? Okay, they left.
Oh,
What do we do in
why
this
did they
situation?
leave?
I want to give it... I'll give it to 9M later. I'll deliver it. We have an honourable mention from 8... Where? M. Yeah, 8M, sorry. Somebody come up and get the honourable mention. It is worth 10 points. Well done, 8M.
Woo, 8M.
Oh,
So
get up
cool.
here, mate. Get up
Come
here.
on up here onto the screen.
Take it off me. All right, that's great. You're good at that. 8M, well done. They're on 10 points. Keep those.
So good. Well done, guys. It was actually really cool to be in the room and see everyone trying to figure it all out. Really, really cool.
I think there's a special item now.
Yes, next up we have a special item by some of our chapel band. This song is called Superheroes by The Script, so you may know it. Let's go.
Enjoy.
She has seen all the meaner side of me. They took away the prophet's dream for a prophet on the street. Now she's stronger than you know. A heart of steel starts to grow.
All his life has been told. He'll be nothing when he's old. All the kicks and all the blows, he won't ever let it show. 'Cause he's stronger than you know. A heart of steel starts to grow.
When you've been fighting for it all your life, you've been struggling to make things right. That's how a superhero learns to fly. When you've been fighting for it all your life, you've been working every day and night. That's how a superhero learns to fly.
All the hurt, all the lies, all the tears that they've cried. When the moment is just right, you see fire in their eyes.
'Cause he's stronger than you know. A heart of steel starts to grow. When you've been fighting for it all your life, you've been struggling to make things right. That's how a superhero learns to fly. When you've been fighting for it all your life, you've been working every day and night. That's how a superhero learns to fly.
It's got a beast in his belly, it's so hard to control. 'Cause I've taken too much hits, taken blow by blow. Now let her match, stand back, watch him explode. She's got a lion in her heart, a fire in his soul. He's got a beast in his belly, it's so hard to control. 'Cause I've taken too much hits, taken blow by blow. Now let her match, stand back, watch him explode.
When you've been fighting for it all your life, you've been struggling to make things right. That's how a superhero learns to fly. how a superhero learns to fly.
And good morning. Good morning to year 8. Hello. And good morning to you that are watching in your classrooms. So the theme is heroes. And as I was reflecting on who my hero is, the truth is I have too many. Like, there's too many heroes. There's like my sports heroes, and then there's like my cooking heroes. Then there's like heroes of people that I actually know. And I'm gonna tell you about one that you guys know, and I'll tell you why he's my hero. His name is George. Do you know who I'm talking about? George works in the school. And when I first came to Australia, everyone told me, oh, there's snakes here and they're super poisonous. So like, make sure you never get bitten by a snake. Like, okay. And one day, I was in the guest housing where I was living when I first arrived. And when I went into the sitting room to watch some telly, I saw white poo on the floor. And I thought, there is no pets in here. Why is there white poo on the floor? And then I thought, did someone leave the door open and a snake come in? And I started freaking out. And you know what I did? I Googled what a snake poo looked like. And I saw the images. Then I got my phone and stood next to the white poo, looked at my phone, looked at the white poo, and thought, that kind of looks like snake poo. So I didn't really know a lot of people. I just knew church people. So I called Pastor Ben. Do you guys know who Pastor Ben is? I'm like, Ben, I think there's a snake inside my house, but I cannot see it. And then he's like, okay, step out of your house. And I'm like, okay. So it's super hot outside. It's like summer. It's like 40 degrees. And I'm outside and I'm sweating bullets. And I'm like, what do I do? And then he said, don't worry. I know just the person to call. And he called George. Now, George came in, and in my mind, I had an idea of what a snake catcher should look like. It wasn't George, okay? George came in with Crocs. First of all, who owns Crocs? But I would have thought he would have come in with steel-toe boots and like protector all around like his legs and like shields around his arms in case that snake. He was wearing shorts. And the first thing he did when he came in was take off his shoes. And I thought that he'd have a pillowcase and one of those snake dangling hooks, like the ones that I've seen on television. No. Do you know what George had? He had a normal instrument, the kind that lazy people use when they don't want to bend down to pick something. A claw. And I'm like, George, are you serious? Like this, there could be a real snake in here. And he's like, oh, it'll be all right. And he started turning over all of my furniture and rattling things with his stick, because he said if there's a snake, they don't like noise and they don't like to be rattled and shaken. And he went through everything, flipped over everything, opened every cabinet, looked under every nook and cranny of that little house. And I'm like, yeah, even go up the stairs, because, you know, snakes can slither upstairs. And there was nothing. And the peace that I felt after he gave me the okay, like your house is safe, you can enjoy, you can eat your food without being afraid that something's gonna slither up behind your chair, or that while you're watching telly and doze off that a snake's gonna be right there or at your feet. The peace that gave me, and I thought, this man is a hero. And from that moment forward, I began to see George as my personal hero. And I tell him all the time I see him, and I tell everyone who's around me when I see him, George saved me from a snake. But the truth is that it probably was a magpie that wandered in, did a poo, and then walked out. But we'll never know. And that's okay. I want you to think of who your hero is and why. I was thinking about this, to the person who is choking on a bone and the person that comes behind them and does the Heimlich maneuver, that they're finally able to take a breath. They say, my hero, I was choking, I was dying, I wasn't going to make it. The person who stepped behind them and that's their hero. If you've ever needed glasses because everything you see is fuzzy, and you finally, for the first time, go see a doctor and they do that test, and you finally get your glasses and you say, thank you so much. I didn't know that I really couldn't see until I finally have glasses, and now I see that I really wasn't seeing right. My hero. Maybe you're thinking, nah, how about to the person who goes over and beyond at that store to find that one thing that you really want? Maybe it's like the latest sneakers, and you go in and you're like, your website says that you have one more pair of these shoes in your store. And the person's saying, we only have what's out in the whatever you see. And you're like, no, you have one more pair. That's what your online store says. And the person's like, sorry, dude. So then you go and you talk to the other person and you say, hey, you have this pair of shoes, but that person says they're not there. And then this normal person says, let me go check for you. And they're out there in the back taking forever and a day, and you're wondering if they're like on their phone on Instagram or if they're really looking for your shoes. And then they say, we don't have them, but I've called this other store and I told them to save that shoe for you, and they know your name, and all you have to do is go pay for the shoe at that store. And you say, thank you for caring about the things that I care about. You're my hero. To the person who delivers your impossible to make pizza because you're such a picky eater that not even your parents know what to do with you, but somehow that one person that's making your food and listens to everything that you say, maybe it's not a pizza, it's a Subway, and the person who's making your Subway who actually listens and says, okay, so you want this, but you don't want that, and you want double this, but you want extra this, and you definitely don't want that, and you don't want it toasted. I've got you. And you're starving and you say, my hero. Well, heroes can be normal people that are doing amazing things. Now, if you've ever had anything of yours that's burning, such as a house or a car, when the big fire truck shows up and these men with big hose down your house, you say, they're my hero. They saved our possessions. They saved our lives. Our first responders become heroes. Our first everything, whether it's an ambulance, whether it's a fire truck. Sometimes the first responder is a mom. Sometimes the first responder is a dad who sees that you're going through a tough time and they look after you and take care of you. Sometimes the first responder to your pain, to your agony, to your frustration, to your anger is a friend. And suddenly they do the best that they can do to be inspiring, to lift your mood, and to remind you that things are going to be okay. The Bible tells us that so many times bad things were happening, and Jesus happens to show up, and he changes everything. To the woman who was a widow, who the only relative she had was a son, and she was in the procession. They were taking his dead body to the cemetery, and Jesus happened to cross paths and decides to resurrect her son. Jesus became her hero. To the woman who had been sick for more than 12 years, who had spent all of her money on doctors and people telling her that they could fix her, and yet she was still sick and unwell. To Jesus, who allowed the power of healing to leave his body and to bring healing and restoration into her life, he was a hero. To the blind man who no longer had family, who had to depend on people's generosity to be able to feed himself and take care of himself. And to those friends that brought that man to Jesus, the friends and Jesus became a hero. There was a man who had been suffering from this thing called leprosy. I don't know if you've heard about it. It was the worst rash and disease that you could ever think about. Multiply it by 10. Actual pieces of body parts fell off. Nose, digits. The smell was horrible. It was the worst smell. It was worse than when you don't take a bath for like 10 days and you go camping. Multiply that by 10. The smell was awful. Not only was the smell awful and the thing that you'd lose your digits and that you'd have to stay away from people and no one can touch you and you couldn't touch people, that was also awful. But the fact that you knew that you were dying was awful. And there was no cure. So Jesus has compassion on these 10 men that are asking him to heal, and he heals these men from leprosy. And to that one man who went back and said thank you, Jesus was the ultimate hero. You and I have the opportunity, with whatever we're facing, to go to God. And I want you to know that he cares about every aspect of your life, whether it's small or big. If you let him, he'll come in and make things all right. We all need a hero sometimes. Sometimes we get to be the hero, and sometimes we have the hero save us. And so I want to pray with you at this moment and ask that as we go into this weekend, if there's opportunities for you to be the hero, that you would take them. But also, if you need a hero, that you would reach out. Will you join me in praying? Gracious and Heavenly Father, we thank you for your love. We thank you for your love that became flesh, and we saw him live amongst us, and that was Jesus. We thank you because through him we saw so many times when he stopped natural occurrences and consequences and pain and suffering, and he made something good come out of it. There are times when we need a hero, and I want to ask that when we need that we know that we can go to you. I also want to pray for the times that you want to use us to do good, to save someone from a difficult situation, or to inspire someone to do good or to be better. If that's us, then use us. Thank you for allowing us to help one another and to be there for each other as we go into this